Alright, so today what will you be needing are the following. Okay, so right now, first is your jump frog. I have a Proggy Warrior mini triangle jump frog. Yep, I'll give you the links down below. I'll give you the description and links down below, just in case you want to buy one. Next is your leader material. So right now I'm using a monofilament that I bought from a local market. It's a 60-pound mono test line. Next would be your tying material. So right now I'm using a 10-pound braid I got from Shopee. Next would be your heat shrink tube. So heat shrink tubes, you can buy this on your local electronic shops. Next would be a very durable plastic or metal tubing. I'll explain to you what this is for. Of course, you'll be needing a lighter for the heat shrink. Last but not least, a pair of pliers. Alright, so the first thing that you need to do using your box knife remove the old heat shrink tube that is currently attached to your frog lure. Any form or shape that you put in this affects the action of the frog. So to avoid that, I remove this, put in my rig, put in my setup, then I heat shrink it. Heat shrink. Jeez. Of course, you need scissors. Now, avoid those nasty spikes. Well, nasty points on the hook, because it is very, very sharp. They should be. They should be sharp. So there we go, I'm almost done. Okay, now this is what the plastic is for. So what you need to do is you put your hard lure in. Poke it. There we go. Then try to make a small hole. Like so. Now, the reason for you doing this is for you to manage the skirt that your frogs have. Just imagine working with this frog skirts all over the frog. Trust me, you won't like it. So it should end up like this. Okay. What I normally do is you pinch this, make a flap, and then spin the plastic around. There we go. So you're now free to work on this part. Now, the next thing you need to do, set this aside, is to prepare your leader material. So I got this. So So probably you need like 7 inches ish. Cut it off. Now, also prepare your tying material. I usually get a meter tying material. Now, also, you cut a long one and then you cut a slightly short one, like this long. I'll explain to you why. So first, what you need to do, excuse me, is make a loop in your tying material, in your leader material. Hold it this way, so make sure the tag ends are in between the double hook gaps, so you can adjust them later if it's too long or too short. There we go. Should look something like that. Now the next thing you need to do is, using your tying material, the long tying material, you need to wrap around the leader material and the double hook weight. So what I do is I pinch it using my index finger, and then I slowly wind it around like so. Wind it around. Try to make the leader material as close as possible, and it should stay in the middle. There we go. Wind it. Wind it. There we go. Let's see. Okay. Now you should wind it until it reaches this part of the hook. Be careful not to include the skirts if something, the skirt flies away off the skirt guard that we made with the plastic. Just wind it, wind it, wind it. There we go. Now, the reason I ask you to get a smaller loop is for this portion. So, you put it in here, pressing it with your thumb, loop it. Now, using your tying material, loop around it like 5 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you put the tag end through the loop that you made earlier with the other line. There we go. And then you pull this line over here. So if you're successful, you should be able to pull the tag end through the loops that you've made, like so. There we go. Cinch it a little bit. Okay. Cut the excess material. There we go. Now, do a little test run on your Weedguard so you know the length of the Weedguard that you actually need. So you can, if it's too long, you pull it this way. If it's too short, I'm sorry, if it's too long, you pull it this way. You pull it this way, or if it's too short, you pull it this way. So I think this is too short. Just need a little more. If you have a pair of scissors that has handles, it comes very handy. So you can put it here like so, and then you pull it a little bit. There we go. Try it again. You pull it a little bit. Probably a little more. There we go. That's more like it. Okay, once you're satisfied with the size of your Weedguard, cut off the tag ends of the leader material. There we go. Now, on the next portion, here's what you need to do. You need to measure up the heat shrink that you'll be needing. So probably I'll be using like this long. Yeah, probably this long. There we go. Now, this is what a tube is for. So you get your tube, insert your heat shrink. Now, what I normally do is using your scissors, insert your heat shrink tube, and then try to pull it, so wind it a little bit, like so. Don't pull it too hard, you might tear it apart. So yeah, there we go. It's a lot easier to shoot it in. Now, I want to be careful in this part. Okay, now, just tidy up this skirt a little bit. Like so. Alright, now to strengthen the knot that you made earlier, try to put a dab of super glue. Just a dab. You don't need much. There we go. Be careful, this dries really fast, and be careful not to put it on your skin or somewhere, because trust me, it really hurts if you want to take it out. There we go. Let's put it to dry a little bit. See, it's dry already. Okay, now this is what the pliers are for. A pair of pliers. So try to close a gap using the pair of pliers. This is the very tricky part. Close it like so. There we go. and then you put the tube, no, those two barbs inside the tube. There we go. Now, what you need to do is to slide the heat shrink tubing down the hook's shaft. That's why you need the tube. There we go. Like so. Then using your pair of pliers again, press the hooks, pull the tube. There we go. You should be able to have this. Now, the last thing that you need to do is to wrap this, or put some heat on your heat shrink tubing. Now be careful not to burn the material. Just do that. Controlled blast of heat or fire, whatever. There we go. There we go, that looks neat. And last thing you need to do is pull your frog through. And you're done. Oh, one more thing. There we go. So what happens is, if you take a look on the sides, the loop is actually taller than the actual barb, so it doesn't, so if this is a stem or a leaf, it doesn't go the barb itself. Or what you can actually do is you can try pinching it so it stays there, or you can try to pull it. There we go. Pinch and pull. If you want the action to be, there we go. There we go. So now your hooks are 100% weedless. See? Just slides off. Now, when the snakehead bites the lure, see, it goes down. Goes down. Set the hook. Got your fish. Simple as that. So there you go. That's how you make a DIY or do-it-yourself weed guard using very inexpensive materials you can find pretty much anywhere. And this will be one of the many tutorials that I'll be making. So if you want the tutorials, if you want something that you want me to make tutorials out of, just leave in the description down below and let's make it happen. So again, I'm your boy, Mad Bear Angler. Tight line, boys. Boom. Peace out.